relay that to me. What do you need to do?
I think what was frustrating is we had some really good discussions 2 days ago and then yesterday as a team about trying to simplify things, because when you have a young team, when you have a new team, a lot of what is involved in being successful at this level seems pretty daunting and overwhelming to young kids. And so as a coach, I tried to narrow things down and simplify it for some of these guys to focus on 2 or 3 things. And I didn't see any of that when the ball went up in the air and the lights were on. And it's to be expected sometimes with young teams. And then what you need to have is guys in shorts, in jerseys, that have been through it, helping you out as a coach. And we didn't have any of that tonight either. So we were kind of out there just paddling. And, that's what was frustrating. I know we didn't have Cam. And Cam's a big part of that, and he's our main guy, and obviously that was proven tonight, but I'm not going to put all that on him. There's other guys that have played college basketball for a year or two that should have stepped up tonight, and I didn't hear any of that, and that's what was frustrating to me, to be honest with you.
So it's still kind of a gap, communications gap between players?
I don't think there's any doubt. We're learning how to communicate with each other. We're learning how to encourage each other, and that can sometimes be really hard to do when you're not succeeding. And we've got great kids. They just don't know what they don't know, and they need to be learning quicker than they are. Sometimes it takes an embarrassment like this to pound home what needs to be done and bring an edge to them. Bring a sense of urgency to them to quicken their learning curve. And because that's got to be done every day in practice. And so I've been part of this process before, and sometimes it takes a butt kicking like this to focus guys. If it doesn't, then we've got the wrong guys, and I don't think that's the case.
Mm-hmm. And when I look at these final numbers, they're better than I anticipated in some areas. So I don't think your kids cashed it in. I think they kept going at it, but you can't. The hole they dug against an obvious pretty good team.
Yeah,
so was going to be asking a lot of young kids.
It's a lot easier to play from behind. You've got to. The hard thing is to come mentally prepared with an edge and some fight, and that's probably what I'm most disappointed in. Is I didn't see a lot of fight out of some guys that. Now, there was 2 or 3 that I thought did, but as a majority, I didn't see enough, obviously.
Anthony said he kind of didn't see it in their eyes even in warm-ups. He just didn't see, the carryover from yesterday's practice, and Spencer too, but Anthony said even in warm-ups he could tell that the guys, there was no focus there.
And that's a great observation on his part. But then where you need then is you need somebody within that locker room to step up, and that's a problem in not society, but that's a problem with this age group in any area, and that takes another level of commitment and character, and that's where Cam's been special for us. I've really seen him take the reins in that area, and I don't know if Anthony said anything or not because I wasn't in that locker room, but obviously there wasn't enough said.
It don't get any easier. You got one day to, I always say, wash the stink off, and then back at it to try and fix whatever you can in 2 days, and then you go take on another opponent that is, from where I come from, where everybody come from, realistically, they're at a different level.
Yep.
That's a different level of style of play and players or whatever. It doesn't get easier until maybe when you get to conference, and I hate to say the conference might be a nice break for you, but.
Oh, it's not. Our conference is really, really good, and I think for the 3rd year in a row, I think it's the best it's been in my 10 years here. Mm-hmm. So there is no break, and this will continue. This outcome will continue until some of these guys make a decision. And that may sound easy, but I do think it's not a lot more difficult than that. The problem with some young people is that they want to make things more difficult than that. They want to bring obstacles in and confuse things when sometimes it's as easy as making a decision to play with some pride and some toughness and bringing it on a daily routine so it becomes habit.